Welcome back to LifeGLOSS. So, we just recently took a trip down memory lane through the 90s, and we're seeing 90s fashion everywhere. Moms are having their daughters bring it back. I remember putting things on myself and my mom thinking or saying to me, we wore that when I was in high school. I'm never doing that again. But it brings up, what do we do now? We're in our grande dame era. And how does that translate? I feel like some people are having an identity crisis. I kind of want to call it like, an identity curation. We're the author now. So, how do we know what to keep, what to revamp, what to ditch, what to try? How do we shape who this woman is as we enter into our second, I think, best era? What do you think, Susan?
Well, the first thing I did was I took a look at our segment from last time and the makeup, that we did, which was
Yeah.
the 90s and all matte. And I just looked at it with fresh eyes the other day and I was like, oh my God, I looked so old. I looked so pale. I looked so washed out. I just aged myself by 100 years. And I'm glad I did it because I think we always want to go back to those times where we felt we were, at our prime and our youngest. And
Invincible.
unfortunately, yeah, it's like, unfortunately, as our skin changes and our body changes, the makeup doesn't work the same at all. So I went and, did a makeup today that is kind of my normal every day if I was going to run out and meet friends or just like exist in the real world and not hide in my office. And I have a whole basket of stuff
Ooh.
that I did. Well, it's not really a whole basket, it's just like a few things. But as we go through this, we can really talk about some of those changes that we made to where we're, to look and feel better where we're at now. And it's not a lot and it's not major, but there's definitely some products I've had to put to pasture.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? You kind of have to like, do the Viking ceremony and light it afloat and put it out to sea and say, "Oh, that was fun, but it's over." But that said, I'm also finding that I too went back, and you can say I've been playing with things. I too went back and I watched our video and I was looking at some old pictures. I think I sent you a couple of them of us. And some of those things worked and some of them will still work. So sifting through, I'm finding that in my 20s and my 30s, I was trying to look older because we were in professional roles. And then in
Right.
my 40s, I was like, oh, I don't need to try to look older anymore. So I softened everything up. And now I'm feeling this strange sense of freedom. Like, okay, there are certain things that definitely don't work at all, but I'm returning to a different version of some of the things that I loved before. And I think
Yeah.
we have to give ourselves, I don't know how people want to frame this. Maybe give yourself a week, a month, a year. I don't know, have fun, experiment, make mistakes, pull things out and be like, do I like this? Does it feel like me? Because let's face it, as we get older, we want to simplify. We want things to be easier. And having your grand dame like signature style, you're going to end up with it whether you try or not. And it can either be a haphazard sort of a thing, or you can kind of curate something fun. And I figure, why not gamify this and make it fun?
Exactly. And I think the one thing that women will notice, as I said earlier, is the product just doesn't lay the same. So, that being said, one of the biggest differences I noticed when I sort of looked at the video and looked at the products I used and then looked at some of the stuff I'm using on a daily basis, I use honestly, on just a normal day, say we weren't in front of the camera, I would probably have on, I mean, minus skincare sunscreen, because that really is the most important thing for me. I would probably have on maybe 3 items on my face, if that,
Yeah.
if that.
Yeah.
I wear so much less makeup now than I ever did before. And some of that is I'm not in an office, I'm not, you know, out and about like I used to be. But a lot of it is, I think I'm so much more confident and happy. And I don't look at things as, oh, I need to use this to make this look this way. It's more like, you know what? This is my face. I earned it. I tend to like it. Other people tend to like it that love me. And I'm okay. You just have this confidence. And I think that's why we're seeing so much more online and in, magazines, if you even look at those anymore. But we're seeing more women 50 plus really out there and looking beautiful and feeling great and actually wearing so much less makeup. And I love
It's
that. I'm so here
it's
for that.
true. Yeah, it's true. And in some of our earlier episodes, we focused on the insidious nature of advertising, and they're like, "Ooh, the over 50s have the bag. Let's target them. Let's silver wash them." But
Right.
that's a separate issue. What I think we're also finding is that Gen X is just not taking the narrative of like, you're old, you're menopausal, you're this age, you're cooked, that's it, you're done. We're kind of like, no, we're just getting started. Like, we figured we got our shit together in our brains, and
Yeah.
now we're like, I'm not going down like that, and this is going to be fun. So you are seeing a lot of that. I'll tell you, Suze, it's been interesting and a little bit alarming against my better judgment, and you're gonna like poo poo me for this, but I participated in a TikTok trend because I was cleaning out my shoe closet. Like, I'm going through my life, my makeup, my clothes, everything, and I'm doing a huge edit because I've been thinking about this episode, and I'm like, it's time to just woo, go through and get rid of things. So I pulled all my shoes out, and we're going back to like early 2000s, late 90s. And I was like, oh, I'll do this shoe trend and just show people some fun shoes. And the thing that alarmed me so much was how many people kept responding with like, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I can't believe this. You have what I don't have, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, these are 10, 15, 20, 25-year-old shoes. And I'm going to have to go on there and like kind of set the record straight and be like, this doesn't define you. None of this shit is important. Like having the Louboutins, having the Jimmys, having the Manolos, having all of these different things,
Yeah.
none of that is important. And this generation specifically, and we touched on this a little bit before, doesn't focus on individuality. They focus on the material because they've been seeing everything, they've been served social media, and what you present is what you are. And I'm like, it's how kind you are, how loving you are, the people in your lives. It's not all the shit. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally stepped in it. Like, it's been keeping me up at night. I'm like, oh,
No,
that's not what I meant to do. And
I
it's
saw what
so
you
not
did.
that.
No, I saw what you did. And I thought it was fantastic, as always, because you were sharing something that you love. And I loved how you were sort of saying, look, first of all, bravo. You're one of the few people I know that can still rock a 5-inch heel and not like fall over or like, have to put CBD on their knees every 5 minutes like me. I mean, I can wear those heels, but there better be a driver and a taxi involved and like 5 steps because I mean, I can't do it anymore. And I think that aside, you were showing, that it doesn't matter what age you are. You can celebrate. If you can still wear those heels, wear them. And that's a collection that you put together through hard work. Okay. You bought those and you worked for those and you've collected those over a period of almost 30 years.
And I've
Some of
worn
them I
them. I
remember.
wear. Do you remember when we
Right.
wore them? And that's what people don't understand. It's like we were out every night, not out. We weren't
Every
out at
night.
the club popping bottles like people are
No,
now. We were
no,
out. We were networking. We would
exactly.
go to from like a YSL show or like a YSL dinner or a YSL opening. And because, we were in San Francisco, so people would have store boutique openings. You'd network, you'd talk with friends,
Mhm.
you'd go to a supper club, but
Yeah.
you were out almost every night because that was part of our business.
Right. And I think we dressed up more. I think the
Yeah.
younger generation doesn't realize that we
Yeah.
didn't dress for comfort at all. I
No.
mean, we dressed for pain and we dressed to look a certain
Mhm.
way and that was just how it was.
Yeah.
You look back at old episodes of Sex in the City, all those shoes, those were the shoes we wore and we looked great and we loved them. But I think it gets confusing for this younger generation because they're just like, yeah, those are fun, but they're not super practical. It's so funny how the younger generation is so much more practical than we ever were. I was the most impractical person in the world, and I know you were too. I mean, it would be like a snowstorm, and we'd be in like stilettos and mini skirt and like no
A
coat,
fur coat.
right? Because it didn't work with the outfit.
Right.
So I think we can relate this all back to makeup too today, and just
Yeah.
how it's not about the brands, because we're never here to sell anything to anybody. We're here just to show what we like and maybe introduce someone to something new. But it's about picking things that resonate with you where you're at right now. And it's about making your life maybe a little easier, or in some cases, maybe you still just want to have a good time and fun with your makeup. It doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
don't judge here, right?
Mm-mm. You know,
So,
I saw this woman recently, and maybe somebody will recall who I'm talking about in comments because for the life of me, I can't place her. Oh, is it Val Garland? It might be Val Garland. Anyway, a woman who's older and she does her makeup, but her signature look is a straight line of black eyeliner
yeah,
underneath her eyes.
love it.
It
It's her
is
thing.
so good.
Yeah, it's her
And it's
thing.
like it's
Yeah,
no one else would think of it. I'm not
right.
sure. I think it was Val.
I love Val Garland. She's a great
I
makeup
think it
artist.
was
Yeah,
anyway, we'll figure it out. I'll find a
yeah,
picture and put it up in socials.
yeah.
Forgive me if it's not. But it's so good and she just where it's straight across and it's
I love it.
angular and it's cool and it's edgy and it's sexy and she has wrinkles and she has texture. Nobody else in the world would think to do that. And
Right.
it's her grande dame signature.
It's her
Like
thing.
Carmen
Yeah,
del Orefis, and her
of
hair
course.
and
Right.
oh,
Right. I mean, I think that's what it's about. It's if you don't know sort of who you are and how you want to present to the world by the time you're in your 50s, that's pretty tricky. You may need to do some more work, some more work on
well,
yourself to
then just
determine.
have fun and try it
Yeah,
till you
like
like it. Go out
exactly.
like a lunatic for a while until you
Right.
find your
And
fit.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's just about finding out what works on you. There's no rights or wrongs anymore. All that shit's out the window. Like you're wearing a bright red lip today. I'm wearing my, usual nude, pinky, natural, kind of fresh little lip, right? There's days I want to wear the red. There's days I don't want to wear the red. There's people that might say, oh, you shouldn't wear red after 50. There's other people that are like, oh, you shouldn't do a nude lip. You'll look washed out. So I'm so sick of people telling me, especially someone under the age of 50,
Yeah.
telling me how I should look. That
Yeah.
really pisses me off. I think we've come to a point now where it's about what works for you, where you're at, what your signature look is, but also knowing some of the tips we're going to share with you. Some stuff may actually look and work better on you as you've aged and changed because of the formulations. And
Right.
that's really what I'm all about. It's about, like you said earlier, there's certain shades. Like I still love MAC Spice. I still rock that.
Yeah.
But I noticed that sometimes the formulation might not be as great as I
Hmm.
remember for my lips
Hmm.
as they've matured. So I found another lip pencil that maybe is a little more creamy or a little bit more forgiving. So just one example, switching from a powder to a blush or some of these new technologies. I found one that's actually really cool, a Korean technology that's got that
Ooh.
sort of that moussey powder, And I tried that out and I really because I kind of shied away from a powder blush and now I'm sort of like, well, sometimes I like a powder blush. Can I find one
Right.
that's more hydrating? Can I find a bronzer that's more hydrating? So there's the good news is I think the cosmetic industry in general has kept up with us. They know that we're aging and they know we're looking for formulations that actually will set better on the skin and make us more glowy and if that's what you want to look like, and make us look more fresh. I hate to
Well,
say
they're catering
younger.
to us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hate to say the word younger because I find that to be so patronizing to a grown woman. It's like, I don't necessarily want to look younger. I just want to look better.
More radiant. I want to look like I'm exuding health.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I want people to say, oh my God, you look great. You look rested. You look healthy. You look fresh. Like, I don't want them to say, oh, your makeup looks great. I just want them to say, you look great today.
Yeah.
That's enough for me, you know? So let's get into it. Let's like talk
Okay.
about some things that we've been sort of finding. I've been busy.
Yes. Show and tell. Show and tell.
Okay, show and tell, show and tell. So I'll take my glasses off so everybody can see a little better. So the first thing we always talk about is our skin, right? And
Hmm.
skincare, plumping serum, anything that makes me look dewy and fresh, I am all about. But we're just going to talk about makeup today. We can come back another time and talk about some new
Let's
skincare
do
stuff I've been
skincare
trying.
next time because I
Yeah.
found a killer cleanser.
Good. I found a couple of new moisturizers and a couple
Oh,
of
see?
serums that you might like too.
Next episode, latest.
Yeah, so next episode, let's do that.
Yeah.
But for today, let's just talk about some of these products I found that I thought, I love that. For instance, I loved this bronzer I had from years ago. Maybe I can replicate that in something a little newer or fresher. So I picked up two new ones. One is definitely more of like a sculpty, more of if I want to do shading or contouring, which
Okay.
I really don't contour, I'll be honest with you. But I do shade a little bit sometimes. And that's the Makeup by Mario. I know everybody loves this product.
I'm
Wait, let me.
excited. I've been wanting to see this, so do tell.
Yeah. So it's what's the shade I got? I got light medium. Sometimes I find even though I'm a true light
Yeah.
skin tone,
Yeah.
sometimes as I've gotten older, I've noticed I like to push it and lean a little more towards light medium versus light fair because it gives me a little color. I find I can wash out a little more now that I'm
Yes.
older. So
Yes.
that's a nice tip for a lot of women. Lean maybe that half a
Well,
smidge deeper than you would have before.
mhm.
It'll bring a little life back into your corpse, as I like to say. So this is the soft sculpt. I know you love that. This is a soft sculpt transform, the skin enhancer. And it's very dewy, which I love. And there's no
Yeah.
shimmer. It's just a real, it's got a glow. It's very dewy. It reminds me of the Chanel cream bronzer that we all love, but it's less warm. It's a cooler undertone,
Okay.
which
Mhm.
works better for me.
Do you think it's
So
a
if anyone
good
out
dupe?
there, sorry?
Do you think it's a good dupe for the Chanel mousse that we love?
It's definitely more glowy. It's got a lot more
Okay.
dewy, slippy. It's not as pigmented. So this is a great one if you're new, if you're more mature skin, your
Hmm.
skin maybe is a little drier. If you were oily, I would not pick this up. Okay, friends, like
Okay.
just don't bother, all right? But if you tend to be more of the drier skin type, this is excellent for shading, contouring, bronzing, whatever you want to do, even warming up a foundation that might be too light.
Right.
But
Right.
I like this product. It gives me a glow, it gives me a little color, and it's very sheer. Like you're not going to notice it too much, which I
Okay.
also like. You could use
Mhm.
this on your body too if you wanted to do anything there, clavicles, etc. Maybe a deep cut dress. This is really pretty, but it doesn't. Like I said, there's no shimmer, there's no heavy mica in there. But I like this. I do like this a lot.
Okay. I'm
It
going to try it
does.
today.
Yeah, I think you should give it a go. I
I'm
think
going
you
to
would
be
like
down
it.
there today, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah, try it out and see. I don't know if you're going to like the light better
Mm,
than the light medium. Try them both and see what works for
okay.
you. But this was a good one, nice and easy. And the price point was like 30 something bucks. So
Oh, that's great.
versus some of the others. And then I picked up a new bronzer. So, Dolce and Gabbana does have a makeup line and it gets no press. No one ever talks about it. Everybody's mad at them for whatever reason. I don't want to get into it on here, but everybody's mad at them
Yeah.
for stuff that they've said.
Everybody's
But you
always
know what?
mad.
You know what?
I
I don't care. I
don't
got
care.
other shit to be mad at, and Dolce & Gabbana is not on my hit list.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I wanted to find a bronzer, okay, that was
Ooh.
one shade deeper than I normally wear,
Hmm.
because I have my other bronzers that I love. My Gucci Westman Atelier bronzer. I love that. It tends to be very shimmery. I wanted something though that was a powder, but that was a almost like a cream powder. And I have to tell you, they nailed this. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this bronzer, but it is absolutely beautiful. It has a glow, it has a cushiony feel to it. So it's a powder that wears like a cream, but wears like a powder. I have to tell you, it's a
So,
good one. And
Susan, you're bringing up something that's really interesting because I've noticed
this is
over the
medium.
years,
Sorry, medium. Yeah,
medium, thank you.
medium.
I've noticed over the years, not only with myself, but even in my pro kit, as I'm working on more mature women as well, my my bronzer wardrobe has grown. Like
Me
everything
too.
else in my makeup wardrobe has become edited and has shrunk. Foundation almost non-existent, concealer we found the ones we love, shrunk, lips shrinking. We'll experiment more, shadows. Everything is super edited, but my bronzer collection has gone like this.
Me too. Me too.
It
Yeah,
must be because we start to feel more washed out.
I think so. And
Hmm.
there's nothing like if you're short on time and you want to look good and you're just running out to Ralph's or Whole Foods or TJ's, wherever you're going, I'm telling you, friends, take a fluffy brush, toss out a little bronzer, whether it's cream or cream to powder or powder, whatever works for your skin tone or type. Okay. Brush on a little bronzer and toss on a quick lip. You're fine.
Done.
You look great. You don't
Yeah.
even need foundation and concealer, like just a
Mm-mm.
little glow, a little color, as we say. Just
I'm going to show you something. Yeah, go
it
on.
works miracles, and it's something that's so easy to do. So for mature skins, I give an A+ to Dolce & Gabbana. They're not too warm. I'm not going to say they're a cool undertone. They're just a nice neutral undertone bronzer, but go try them out, friends. This is the medium. I liked the light too, but like I said, I have so many light bronzers. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to pump it up and go for the medium. And with a fluffy brush, it works on me. It works on me. So don't be afraid that sometimes you can make shades work if you change the tool you're using. So
Oh,
always
this
remember
is
that.
so important. Tools are everything. Tools are so
Fluffy
different.
brush.
Did you see what
Fluffy
I
brush.
just held up?
Oh my God. Talk about a relic. Yes.
Talk about a relic. But did you know that this is trending again? People are doing this
It's
again?
okay. See, I think that would be the worst thing to use for mature skin. It's so drying. I think it's so drying, at
It's
least for me. It's just all it's like a mineral, you
it's
know.
all minerals.
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
maybe
You know what?
for
You
our
know what I
oily
like
skin,
about
this
it is something that we talk about in we've talked about before is it has that little bit of that red that just makes you
yes.
look sun-kissed. Look,
Yeah.
I'm not advocating. I just thought for shits and giggles, you'd love to
No,
see.
as soon as you brought it out, I thought I wouldn't use that. My skin's too dry. But we do it. There are women in their 50s that are still oily. I love you. I'm
Yeah.
jealous of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the Indian earth powder would be great for someone who's more oily skinned or combination skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're
And it's
right.
pretty.
It has that little bit of that red to it.
Vacation.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
works on the deepest skin tones to some of the lighter skin tones. I think it's a good vacation product. I agree. I think it's great.
I thought it
I
would
think
make
it's
you giggle. It's not
yeah.
practical at all.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, these are a lot easier to kind of take
Yeah,
with
it's
you,
not,
but
it is not practical. My husband
it's
has
okay.
not been allowed in this room since I got it because you know I have a little carpet down in front of
Yeah.
my makeup studio
Oh,
because I've destroyed
yes.
the carpet.
Be careful
Um,
with that. You'll never get it out of
yeah,
the carpet ever,
I know. I dropped,
ever.
well, you know, I dropped Javon Ford's cheek stain on the carpet. And you know our
Lovely.
ivory carpets? Yeah,
That's not coming out
no.
anytime soon.
That's why I
Yeah.
have a little ladylike little carpet there, a little foot
There
warmer
you go.
pad.
Your
Mhm.
makeup spill carpet. I
Yeah,
love
when
it.
if or when we sell the house or move, it'll be
Right.
surprise.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
they're living carpets anyway. Who cares?
Exactly. So bronzers, great way to go for your grand dame look and find some of those different
Mhm.
formulas that work for you. And then you noticed when I came on camera, you really liked my blush today.
Yes,
And
I
I have
did.
to tell you, I love my cream blushers. You know, I have my favorites out there, but
Hmm.
I'm tending to really not use powder blush anymore. I'm just not. Um, Unless it has that creamy texture, like I talked about, that sort of that nice cushiony texture. I know House Labs, their blushers have that lovely gel powder
Yes.
technology. Esme did those. They're amazing. But I thought I'd pick up something that I normally wouldn't do because I thought, oh, this is going to be too fussy. And I got the mini size because I was so afraid to get the bigger size because I thought, oh, I
I
don't
love
use this.
having a
And
mini. Yeah.
I love the mini because this is a liquid blush.
What is
So
that?
this is by Say,
Oh,
and
it
this
is
is
to say.
the
Okay.
Say
You don't
liquid blush.
say.
Okay. And this is a color called Chili. And I did I don't ever put a liquid
Will
applicator
you show
directly
us
to
on
my
your
face.
hand?
Yes. I do not ever put a liquid applicator. I'll repeat this for the slow people in the in the room, not you, my dog. If you're applying any type of liquid product to your face that has an applicator, please do not do what the tick schlockers do. Okay? Do not take it and put it right on your face.
Oh
That
yeah.
is a great way to use too much product and it doesn't look good. So you want to put a dot, okay? Look at this. And you want
Ooh.
to take either let go like this with your finger and then dab it on. I'll put a little bit more on just so you can see. Okay? Or take a fluffy brush, which is what I did, and then apply. So I put, so you can really see it now, right? But look
It's
at the
pretty.
color. It is such a
It's
pretty,
angelic.
it's angelic. It's a little bit more rosy than I normally do, but I have to tell you, I feel like it's very sheer. You can build it, you can add more or less. And I have to say, it also gives a really beautiful kind of radiant glow to the skin that I'm loving without shimmer.
Without
And
shimmer.
again, as sheer as you want, as full as you want. But please, 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 on a palette or on your hand, fingers, or light fluffy brush, do not place applicators. And this goes for everything: concealers, foundations, blush, lip, anything. Applicators not directly on. You'll deposit way too much product. It takes forever to blend it out. It's a waste of your time. And you're using up your product too
Yeah, it's
much.
a
So
waste of product too. That's
I
really
love it.
pretty. And again, it's depositing more color where
Right.
we're starting to lose it because it just gave you that baby cheek face. And
Yeah,
even
it's
like our
pretty,
lip,
right?
our vermilion and the color in our lips and the color in our cheeks. I wake up some days, especially like when I just do my roots and I don't do anything lighter, and I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, it just gets so
Yeah.
drab. So you just need to
Yeah.
punch it up with a little bit of color.
Yeah. See what that did? Just a little bronzer, a
Mm-hmm.
little cheek,
Do me a
instantly.
favor. Do you take anything that's left over and try a little bit of it right there? See, I love that.
Yeah. It's so
It's so
easy.
pretty.
And look at how tiny. I'm never going to get through this.
No.
And this is a small size. And this was like $17.
Yeah.
So I'm really into this. They make a bunch of colors, but this particular shade is one that I was like, I think it's going to be too dark for me. I wasn't sure. But as soon as I felt the formulation on it, I was just like, wow, so many different skin tones could wear this. So
Well,
many.
we know that in our Pro Kit, you can put that color on anyone. As long as it doesn't have any titanium dioxide in it, you can put
None.
it all the way
None.
up to a black skin.
Right. It's
Yeah.
beautiful products. Say did a great job on these. So I would
Okay.
highly recommend these for a liquid blush. If you're looking for a liquid blush that just gives that sheer wash of dewiness and lifts you and perks you up a little bit, 10 out of 10 on this one. Like,
Okay, I'm going today and trying it. I've been overlooking Say because I've been seeing it so overdone on socials that I'm
I
like,
don't
"Eh,
like,
I'm not
yeah,
doing it. I'm
I
not doing
don't like some of their products, just like every brand. There's
it. Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't
But
work for
I'm
me.
going.
But
Okay.
this in the chili color is just chef's little kiss. Loving that. Loving that. And then, like I said, again, dewiness, radiance. And then for lips, I was talking earlier about I wanted to try something trying new things as we get older is I have my look down, but again, I'm trying to always update with new ingredients, new formulations, new technology. And I thought I would try, everybody was talking, I got sucked in when I went to go pick up the Makeup by Mario sculpting cream,
Hmm.
as I call it. I got sucked in because I saw everybody was talking about his lip liners. Well, Hill, I die on a hill for my certain lip pencils. I
Hmm.
have my ones that are my favorites, my Chanel, my Kevin Aucoin, my
Hmm.
Farah Humidi.
Hmm.
I'm very, very, very dedicated, my Matte Cool Spice, like to the ones I love. And most of them, as you know, I went on that big quest to find a lip pencil that wasn't too warm, to find all the cool ones. Well, I feel like I
I know, but
got
you
every
still
cool one.
haven't gotten Spring by Neen. You're gonna lose your marbles.
Okay, so I got to get that one
You got
next.
to
I
get that one.
promise. I'll get that one by
Yeah,
Neen.
I need a report because I
Okay, I'm
know
going to
that
report.
you are like the high standard here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm super big into cool toned nude lip pencil. So I'm your girl. If you're out there and you're looking for a nude lip pencil and you're over 50, hit me up in the DMs and I will help you because it is not been easy finding ones that work for me. So everybody was talking about this one from Makeup by Mario. You know, they're so cute. They get so excited. There's a brush on the end. Well, okay, everybody has a brush on. A lot of people have brush on the end, kids. I mean, everyone's like, it has a brush on the end. I'm like, okay, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Hello.
that's the jaded 50 plus makeup artist.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but
And
anyway,
well,
brush
I'm
on the
telling you,
end.
Susan, they think we were bumping rocks together to get Micah for eyeshadows. Like,
We were putting on our makeup by the campfire, you know, I
with
mean,
caves, with a, yeah.
whoa,
I mean,
cave drawings, you know,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Anyway, kids, yes, there's a makeup brush on the end. It's so exciting. Um, but this color, smoky pink,
Ooh,
is
smoky pink. Show us.
absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
Cool.
that's you. That's a you shade.
That's a me shade. Cool tone. Look, I have it on.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
cool no, that
pillowy.
it's a cool tone. It is very close in shade to my Kevin Aucoin Divine. It is somewhat similar. It's a little bit more of a berry. It leans more towards the old Chanel Nude. Those of you that remember,
Oh,
it's a little lighter than Chanel Nude. So if you're looking to replace the old Chanel Nude lip pencil, I feel like he might
okay,
have,
I'm
and
writing
please
this
don't quote
down.
me, I don't know if he did or not. I feel like he may have benchmarked Chanel Nude with this one because it is very close to the old
Pinky
Chanel Nude lip
quartz.
pencil.
What's it called?
Smoky pink.
Smoky pink.
Makeup by Mario. And we can link all this too for everybody if they
Yeah.
want us to. Or
Yeah,
if,
you'll
you know,
send me
let
some
us,
links and I'll post them. Yes.
yeah, we can just put these up on Instagram or whatever. But if you're looking to, I'm always looking to replace my favorites that are rest in peace shades.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel smoky pink. It would be beautiful on so many people though. It's a really good shade. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's creamy. It doesn't run. I mean, it is a little softer than the
Uh-huh.
old school lip pencils. So
Uh-huh.
you can kind of do a little blurred lip if you want to with this,
I like
you
it.
know. But as part of my Grand Dame look, you know, which
Yes.
hasn't really changed much, meaning my sort of fresh, natural face, I'm always looking for new formulations. I'm always saying, wow, is something new and exciting? Did somebody create something different? And I get excited when I find these new types of products that have come out or new formulations because I do think it's not just the colors that you're changing as you get older, it's more or less
Oh,
the formulations and how they're sitting on the skin, how they make your skin look. And there's nothing better than that fresh, kind of healthy, glowy, hydrated skin as we mature because it definitely makes the any little fun things on the face look a little bit softer. It's almost like a soft focus light. Just if you sort of think of dewy, radiant, those type of words when you're shopping for makeup, take a look at those because they'll do really well for you as you mature, for sure. And
for
I
something.
also got another Edam lip balm, which I'm really liking these lip balms. This is the Chateau Rosé. I have it on now. This is a great hiking color, as I call it, meaning if you go on your hike, it's just a little something something. So pretty, has a little shimmer to it. I really like it a lot.
I saw you do an Instagram on that and I loved it.
This is a new shade. I went back because I
You went
like the
back.
formula
Okay.
so
That says a
much
lot.
and I had guava. I showed guava, which was like a little bit more of a deeper tone. This is a beautiful sheer shimmery pink. Look at that.
Oh,
Right
that's
up my
so
alley.
good.
It's a good, these girls, this is a woman of color owned brand, independent brand. They're two young girls that are doing this. And I have to tell you, they're doing a beautiful job. They've got some great products that, I mean, this is super hydrating. It's almost like a lip mask.
Mm-hmm.
And it's half the price of one of my favorite brands. So
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
been
like a lip
really
mask. Remember
into it.
when Bite used to do the agave lip mask and that was so
Okay.
good? I'm
If you
always
like,
trying to replace that.
oh my God, Hill. Thank you. Because I was trying to remember the brand that made something like this and they're gone. If you used to use the Bite lip products, you will love these Edam lip products. And I think it's like $25. I mean, it's that mid,
Yes.
mastige. It's not super expensive. It's not super inexpensive. It's just like right in the middle. But
Right.
honestly, they did a great job on these. And, I'm such a sucker for a metal applicator. Um,
Oh,
it
always.
just feels good.
It feels
It
good.
just
It
feels
feels
good.
fancy.
Yeah, it
It's
feels
so nice.
fancy. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, speaking of changing up textures and changing up things. One of the things that I've been playing with a lot lately is skin because I don't wear foundation. I wear a little bit of concealer, but
Sames.
some days I need a little more than a concealer, or I only want to wear a concealer here and here. I
Yes.
don't want it here, but what else am I going to do? So I've been experimenting with I'm not a big primer person. We know this. I feel like primer's like just an extra step you don't really always need. But
Yeah.
here's what I've been doing. I've been like primer mapping is what I'm calling it, not to complicate things, but what I've been doing is putting like a glowy skin balm. I have to go get it if you want to see it. A glowy skin balm on this part of my face, even all the way around here. So kind of through here and around. I'll do a little of it here. And then I'll follow up with like a mattifying primer just here. And then I'll sweep it here and kind of
Okay.
here and here.
Okay.
And it depends on how I'm applying it. But what I'll do is I'll do my bronzing stain first. So I do bronzing stain first. Sometimes a cheek stain if it's a stain that I'm using.
Okay.
Then I'll do like a glowy skincare primer thing everywhere. Then a little bit of a matte primer everywhere. And then just a little concealer. And the coverage that you get from your bronzer and your blush, those makeup products are going to give you coverage. So I don't need makeup and then bronzer and then blush and then I just want skin that glows here with bronzer and with blush, and then I can just use concealer here. And doing those two things has helped me have a radiant, pretty skin that doesn't have a lot on it.
Yeah, I love
It
that.
works.
That's great. That's a great tip. Especially for someone who might be combination skin or is still
Yes.
getting, or even hot
My
flashes.
pores are getting a little big right here, and I'm like,
Okay.
mm-mm.
Okay. Okay.
So it's good.
All right, only you
Yeah.
can see that, but okay.
Yeah, it's right.
Stay out of the
Exactly.
makeup
Only I
mirror.
can see that. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I have sometimes I'll use the Mally. So we all know Mally, who's did, pro makeup artist forever. She has this product that you can just kind of pat on in your oily bits, and also it kind of will spackle and fill in a little bit around the lines. So I'll do it around the
So,
lines.
you're going to have to find a replacement for that.
I know.
Yeah.
Look, they always all go away. These are all discontinued. That's why I'm now into this guy, because they always go away.
You know which primer, and I don't use a primer, but I do like this one, but I don't use it as a primer. I use it alone because it has a glow and it comes in different shades, is the Victoria Beckham. It
Yeah,
comes in a shimmer wash, sort of like a
right,
sheer natural, and it comes in a bronzer one. You might like
right.
that one,
I might
the
like that
clear
one
one.
too, but I'm looking for something that mattifies to the center. The reason I like this Grown Alchemist one is
So maybe
because
that's your replacement.
it's my replacement, and you know why I like it is because it's silicone free,
Oh, that's
which
so
I
hard to
like.
tell.
Now, talk about a new technology, a
I love that.
silicone-free mattifying primer.
So
This is good.
that's from whom?
It's from Grown Alchemist.
Oh, I like Grown Alchemist. I use their
Hmm.
body wash.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Skin Defense Primer, and you put it on and it's cooling, but you can see, okay, so you can see I'm a little shiny right there. I also have some lights on me, but you can see how if I just go like this, it just takes down the pore size and it
Okay.
mattifies just right through here. And then I have my shimmery on this side with blush over it. And it's kind of
That
like
looks
just,
great.
remember when we were younger and they would say, only use your acne products where you break out and then use your
Yeah.
other moisturizer. This is the same thing. It's just like mapping for where you want to mattify and where you want to glowify. And it saved me a lot of time and I'm not wearing as much makeup, but I'm getting the finishes that I
Yeah.
want in the spots that I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, part of our grand dame looks is, you know, looking great, feeling good, and less steps, multi-use products, quick and easy. And you're right, you're using less makeup. There's nothing worse than a mature woman who's wearing heavy, heavy foundation all over. You don't have to do that. Just spot it. Just put where you need.
Yeah.
Your makeup will look much more fresh and young, and it'll last twice as long.
Yeah.
So
And see, so
just
I
put
have a
it where
little
you
glow.
need. Yeah, looks great.
And
Looks
that's what
great.
I've been doing. So I
I like that.
powdered everything down because I went for a full Grand Dame glow when we got started. But what
Yeah,
I've been doing for the daily is I've just been doing my Youngblood Hydra Glow Balm. It's rich in omega 3s, omega 6,
right.
omega 9s, but it has a diamond powder in it. So I put that everywhere. And then I mattify with this after doing blush and bronzer. And then I can pop on a little more blush if I want. And it's usually this, whatever's here.
Well,
Goes here.
that's why you're gonna really like that, say, liquid,
Yeah. Oh, I'm
because it's just
excited.
a little dot, and I can't believe they make a big size in this. This is gonna last me
Yeah.
like an entire year or more until it dries out, because the big one, I was like, that's so much blush. Like,
Yeah.
I love travel size
Well,
stuff,
they're making it for the girls that are going on TikTok and
and like splashing it on their
flashing it
face,
everywhere.
putting the applicators to their skin.
Oh, I
Don't
know.
do it. Don't do
Don't
it.
do
It also
it.
contaminates your product.
I
Don't
know.
do it. No, don't do it.
It's so
Don't do it.
true. So,
Yeah.
as we get ready to close, Suze, one thing that I always tell people, because at this point in our lives, we have a ton of makeup. Like, we've got a
No,
lot of makeup. So, we don't always want to just encourage you to go out and buy new things. And this
no.
is something I've been saying, we've both been saying to our clients, I've been saying to my audience a lot recently, because I find that they're all of a sudden trending younger. And they're like, okay, what do I buy? What do I buy? I'm like, stop.
Oh,
Before you
yeah.
buy anything, go into your makeup cabinet. Here's the thing with makeup, it's all pigment and bases. Pigment and bases. You can take one makeup product, mix it with something else, and now you have the product you were going to go out and buy. You can take your eyeshadow, your shimmering eyeshadow, mix it with a moisturizer. Guess what? You've got a cream highlighter. Just play with it. So, ladies, before you go out and feel like you need to scrap everything, have a little DIY makeup science party at home. Take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, mix it up, and make yourself some custom stuff while you're figuring out your new look.
Yeah, it's spring cleaning. It's spring right now. I always use this time. Hillary and I, if you go back through our episodes, we've done spring cleaning
Yeah.
episodes. It's so important to get rid of things, and that's a good time to try new things. Try the new mascara, try a new bronzer, try a new formulation of blush. Don't run out and buy all new makeup, but just spring clean it, get rid of what you're not using, and replace for that particular item. You'd be shocked what you can find that you already own. Lip pencils can last a really long
A
time,
really
if they're
long time.
sharpened and fresh. Eyeliners, your cream products, as we've talked about, your liquid products, you got to keep an eye on those puppies. They
Yeah.
definitely,
Anything that has water can grow
anything with
bacteria.
water, keep an eye on that. But overall, there is no reason to run out and just buy everything new. But definitely keep your eye open. And also, too, everything that I was talking about and just got, and there's some other stuff in here we can talk about another time. I also got on sale. I hit up the
That's the
Sephora
best.
sale. I mean, don't kid yourself, but cosmetics never used to go on sale. They now go on sale. And not just Sephora, but other, oftentimes, not the department stores, but here's a little shopping tip for all of you who want to save cash, because Hillary and I are really, it's not just Sephora that does sales. Ulta also does sales. And the actual brands do sales. So Yves Saint Laurent, Dior, Chanel, I don't think so, but I do know that Dior, YSL, some of the other major brands have done sales on their own websites. So don't be afraid before you go to the store, do a quick Google search and see if any of your brands are currently offering a 10, 15, 20% discount. The most I've ever seen usually has been like a 20%. I know there's even QVC. They often, I know it sounds crazy, but they really do a lot of makeup specials. I know By Terry is on there and it's often on sale. So don't be afraid to do a quick Google search before you go out and try to replace all your makeup for full price. And just see if any of the brands are having a sale, and keep an eye out. Department stores, not so much, but like I said, the actual brands and then Ulta and Sephora do these cosmetic sales. And that's a good time to replenish. I always get my skincare. I sort of stock up on my skincare during those times.
And it's great to get those deals and look for the little packages and the little kits. I know that you hate TikTok, but if you're looking for deals, they do TikTok right now. The brands are doing bundles that are
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure they
look
are. Yeah.
look for
Listen.
brand bundles. Everybody's trying to get their consumer. We can even talk on an upcoming podcast about how I think we're going to see a big disruption in supply chain with beauty. So we're going to have to
Big.
find those things that you're really loyal to, and we might have to show people how to mix and match and make things because, you might be running low on your favorite things. So
Yeah.
we'll
But
teach you guys
definitely
how to do that.
Google first before you shop and find those sales because they're out there.
Yeah, Google first. So tell us in comments at lifegloss.com, what is your grand dame signature? What is your one? Is it a color? Is it a texture? Is it like cuff bracelets? Is it a curl? Is it straight? Is it red? Is it an eyeliner? Is it lashes? Is it a bronzer? Tell us what your grand dame signature look is. We want to hear it.
Yeah. And if there's any new products you want us to try, we love being guinea pigs, as you can tell. We're always looking for ourselves and our clients and testing and trying new things because we have skin that is over 50. So we are completely happy to try for you. Let us know if there's anything you want us to try. We're happy to be your little guinea pig.
Oh, yes, we love it. Until then, Susan, as always, stay glossy.
Stay glossy, Hill.